Call this meeting to order. It is 6:30 p.m. Okay. Dr. Roach, will you please do the roll call?
Yes. Mr. Ambaranson?
Here.
Mr. Farugi?
Yes.
Mr. Schmidt? Ms. Davenport?
Here.
Dr. Roach, are you done with the roll call?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't hear. Okay, I'm here.
Oh,
Okay.
in that case, I'm here too.
Ready? Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Give me 1 second, please. In accordance with the provisions of Chapter 231, New Jersey Public Laws of 1975, the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by giving notice of the meeting to the Courier News, posting the agenda in the public lobby of this building 48 hours prior to this meeting, delivery of this notice to the Franklin Township Clerk at least 48 hours prior to this meeting, and mailing notice to those persons properly requesting to be mailed notification of meetings at least 48 hours prior to this meeting. I believe their executive director.
I'm sorry, Chairwoman, what did you say?
I believe there is a little bit of change in the agenda with regard to the connection fee.
Connection fee. We're presenting the resolution for the new connection fee.
What about user rates?
And that's presented right after that. Just for the record and for the knowledge of anyone listening, the connection fee is a function the auditor provides in compliance with the statute, where we take our rate for an EDU, an annual EDU, and it's factored against the cost of providing services, the result of which determines our new connection fee every year. That new connection fee is, stand by. New connection fee is $3,915.
And at this time, we're going to have the budget introduction.
Well, on the agenda, the next one is the user rate. The user rate is a separate resolution, and that is bringing our annual user rate or our cost of EDU per year to the customer to $410 per year. And those two are what our budget is based upon, that we will be introducing tonight, and also introducing the resolution to introduce the budget as well. Did you want me to kind of summarize the budget and display it on the screen?
Yes, please.
Okay. Let me share my screen now. Okay. Again, for everyone's edification, this budget is effective June 1st, 2025 to May 31st, 2006. I'm just going to go through the three main parts. The first part is section F, which will go through the revenue.
Can you increase the size of that so we can read it, please?
Yeah. Page F1 is just basically what we would call balance sheet. The top is their revenue, then followed by the appropriations, and then the anticipated surplus. So talk about the revenue with a user rate increase that we're proposing tonight. We will we should have a revenue approximately $17,500,000 and change. That's always an estimate, but it's a pretty accurate estimate. Under appropriations, there's no significant changes other than a new position or bookkeeping, and appropriations sees normal increases in every category with the exception of healthcare. And we are experiencing the same healthcare experiences that everyone in New Jersey is experiencing. That's a 20 to 30% increase. Our salaries increase anywhere, from 2.5% to 3.5%. The only thing that it was unique in our appropriations, which will go down, is let me go down a little further to appropriations schedule.
Is there any way, Joe, that you can increase the size of that more than that? Or is it just take it off the page by doing that? Maybe it's just my eyes. I don't know.
I mean, it's hard for me to read it that big. All right, so on page F4, you'll see to the left, you'll see the rows called cost of providing services. And then underneath it there, you'll see that line item treatment. We're estimating that for treatment, we'll be spending about $8.9 million. Most of that goes to Middlesex County Utilities Authority. We see significant rate of incline over the last 5 years. We get estimates from the Middlesex County Utilities Authority, and we either agree or disagree on their estimates. We normally agree with them, and we pay our estimated amounts on time every quarter. But those are going up, not only because of rate increases, but one, we have new customers coming online, but also we have a very aging system that has holes in it, and groundwater, lots of groundwater goes in there needlessly, which is why we do a lot of significant rehabilitation projects. So all the increases in the cost of providing services, may be admin or otherwise, are expected increases, but the treatment is the one that we could actually work on to minimize those expenses going through the years forward. Which brings me to my next and my final section. We'll go down to page CB5, which is the five-year capital improvement plan. And if you pardon my scrolling, I'll go to CB3. Okay, and Chairwoman, for the record, can I also note that I've noticed that Commissioner Councilwoman Francois is in attendance of the meeting?
Yes.
I'm here.
Welcome.
Present. Thank you.
Okay. So to that end, where I told you, like 58%, approximately 58% of our expenses go to Middlesex County Utilities Authority for treatment. A small portion goes to New Brunswick, and another small portion also goes to South Bound Brook, because we send a very tiny bit of our sewer to those two towns. Now all goes under treatment. To help minimize any waste in that system, because if fresh water, groundwater gets into our pipes, it ends up in Middlesex County, and we have to pay to treat it. So the capital project at the top is the Brookline area rehabilitation. We're halfway through it. We already see a significant improvement in the amount of gallons per day, per quarter, the flow rate during and after storms. That's an $8.8 million project, half of which the money's being given to us by the federal grant, and the remainder that we are paying through a loan, half of that is interest free. So that is a really good project. We're doing a very similar project also this year with the Belmont Drive trunk line that goes over from Belmont Drive to Elizabeth Avenue. As you see, Shirley Avenue, this year we'll only be spending about $100,000, but the following year we're going to be spending a few more millions of dollars. Actually, it will be, to be precise, it'll be about $4 million to rehabilitate that pump station. That pump station is on the capital project because the electronic controls in the pump system and even the wet well is antiquated, and if it breaks down, we won't be able to order new parts. Instead, we would have to go on manual surface level bypass. Okay, Weston Canal Road Pump Station Rehabilitation Project. As we've discussed individually, we're pushing that off the 5-year plan, so it'll be maybe year 6 or 7 or so forth, with the exception of $350,000 that we're going to spend this year to purchase the land, so that we have the land when we are ready to move forward with that project. If we don't purchase it now, two things will happen. One, at a minimum, the price will go up. Number two, we run the risk that the land becomes unavailable. Maybe it's developed already. So I made the strategic decision to keep it on the board just for that purchase of the land. For the development of the project, I rescheduled it so it doesn't exist within our 5-year plan, but it's still on our board of projects. It's just not within the next 5 years. The next project is Commerce Drive Pump Station. It's right across the street from our office. It faces the same scenario, or similar scenario as Shirley Avenue. We have antiquated electronic control systems, backup generator, and pumps. We're rehabilitating that. That's going to be $2 million or less. We are replacing 2 vehicles. One vehicle is over 20 years old. The other is maybe 15, 17 years old. One of the vehicles, instead of replacing it with a pickup truck, we're going to get a van so we can pack the van with equipment and supplies, which are will remain protected from the elements and secured. The next three projects are manhole rehabilitation, pump impeller rehab, and e-grinder pump replacement. Those are annual maintenance. Those are annual capital maintenance items. They're always on our 5-year plan. We are always anticipating to spend money on them, even when we don't spend money on them. It's on there just to let everybody know, hey, these are common expenditures for capital improvement, renewal and replacement. And just for transparency, we leave them on there. And we estimate $75,000 for manhole repair, $50,000 for pump impeller, and $30,000 for e-grinder pump replacement. We do, and also when one of those three come up, we normally do most of that, if not all of that work with in-house labor and skill set. So that being said, that's the quick overview of the budget. It's a good conservative budget. One could argue, we could have been a little bit more aggressive on renewal and replacement and rehabilitation, but taking into account the economic times right now and the status of the sewage authority, I think we have a little breathing room. So we developed this budget in good faith to maintain what we have in proper working order while still moving forward in our rehabilitation program. I will note probably our next rehabilitation projects that would go on the next budget, at least for a discussion, would be rehabilitating the collection system in the Hamilton Street area and in the Foxwood Drive, that second phase. We did the first phase. We now have to hit that second phase because that would be the next two oldest systems and the two areas that we know we have a lot of I&I. And that concludes my summary of the budget.
Thank you. Is there a motion to open the meeting for public comments?
I'll make a motion to open the meeting.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Seeing no one is here for public comment, is there a motion to close the meeting for public comments?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion is carried. Now for the minutes, are there any questions or any changes to the minutes? Okay, seeing that there are none, is there a motion to accept the minutes as is?
So moved.
The second,
Second.
all in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion is carried. Now the executive director for your professional summary.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Let me just stop my sharing. Okay, our solar electric vehicle project, we did communicate recently with our solar vendor. They still continue to collect our data and make assessments. We're hoping that they give us a report sometime next month, but they're under no obligation. It's just my hope and belief that we will get a report from them, and hopefully we can have a beginning of drafting of our solar project starting next month. The high bay garage, we're continuing to work with the land surveyor to delineate the meets and bounds of the conservation area and we'll be designing and constructing the drain system, which is basically a detention trench, and that would need to be approved by the Delaware Raritan Canal Commission. Other than that, the project's been done for a couple of years now, and we're just waiting. This is the tail end of the DRCC approval process. Somerset Street Pump Station Rehabilitation project went through great. It's been completed. We're only at the very final administrative steps where we are finalizing the final pay application, and that's being processed. All the certifications have been signed and sent to the NJDEP with the final change order. So we're just a few inches away from administratively closing out that project. The Brookline Avenue area sewer rehabilitation project that I mentioned earlier, that also is going great. We did have we did identify a slow pace in the vendor getting their laterals done. So we had an on-site meeting with them. We believe they have shown an improvement and the pace has picked up. In the last month, we went from 38% to 46% lateral work being completed. That includes the main to house, the SSL, and the LCR work have been completed to an average of 46%. The excavation work was also completed with that pipe repair. And we did notice a very high level of cost for traffic safety. So we had a meeting and a number of discussions, and that is being addressed, and we're going to lower the cost of traffic safety while still maintaining a high level of safety. The federal grant money that's being administered by Somerset County and Franklin Township shown great progress. To date, the county has sent us $2,843,874.35 out of $3 million. And to date, the township has sent us, out of $2 million, they sent us about $629,857.35. Still $1.3 million left to go through the township. So that's really good news. And that grant money, as I mentioned earlier, as all of you know, is going to pay for the Brookline project, about half of it. The Western Canal Street Pump Station rebuild. Again, we moved that main portion of that project off the 5-year plan, but certain things are still going forward. One, we did receive a draft agreement to purchase the lot from them. That draft agreement was reviewed by staff and the attorney. I sent a copy of that agreement to the insurance broker. We have since received a certificate of insurance from the broker to cover us for that property, and that agreement should be in a state now ready to sign in the very near future. The only other thing we're going to be doing in the near future with this project is I did direct CME Engineering to continue their work to obtain the NJDEP permits for 2 reasons. One, it takes so long to get that work completed, and when you do complete it, those permits are good for 10 years. It would be a shame for us to have wasted the work we've done already and not received the benefit of it. So I felt it more prudent to get them to continue for it. And then once we receive those permits, they'll still be there ready for us to use when we move forward with the project. We did also receive the right of entry to that PSCNG property in the meantime for CME Engineering to conduct their wetlands delineation. The good news is that we are actively looking, the engineer and myself, for alternative funding sources for this project that hopefully, if we're successful enough, we could move forward with this project regardless of our finances if we can get either grants somewhere else or loan forgiveness. So as things develop, I'll report that to the board. The Commerce Drive Pump Station Rehabilitation Project, that's the pump station right across the street. We did do a site walkthrough on September 12th, which addressed the bypass plan. And we have been waiting for, and we expect the construction to begin this month of 2025. We expect everything to stay in the green category and move forward as planned. So Shirley Avenue Pump Station, we haven't put that into full gear yet. The good news is the land sale documents have been fully executed, and they are being recorded with the county by the attorney. Once we have completed that, hopefully by next month, I should be able to present something to the board for approval so we can move forward at normal pace. That concludes my vendor project summary. If there are no questions, I'll go into the executive director report for discussion items. Is that okay, Chairwoman? All right. For revenue, for the month of September, we received in checks that were deposited $526,772.79. Year to date, we collected $4,397,604.87. We have an open balance of non-metered billing of $3,603,409.95. Penalties generated for the month were average at $13,188.98. The expenses as of August 31st for the month of August was $2,415,544.95. A year-to-date, fiscal year-to-date expenditures, $3,004,200.19. Our cash position as of August 31st, 2025, unrestricted, we have $2,995,810.73. Under the restricted category, we have $11,994,536.26. Under designated, we have $7,593,245.66. We have a total net cash position of $22,583,592.65. Under discussion items, my first item is the budget. Tonight we are and have introduced the budget for 25-26 fiscal cycle. We do have a resolution, two resolutions for the budget. One is the resolution acknowledging the budget introduction is late, and the second is the resolution to introduce the budget. This budget was based upon discussions with quite a number of stakeholders, board members, electeds, and consultants, attorneys, and auditors, and also taking into consideration our net cash position and our capital needs. The budget is based upon receiving a revenue. The budget is based upon receiving a revenue with a rate increase of 2.9%. And I will also note that the audit for 2025 is still in process, but all the on-site work is complete, and they are still trying to complete the reconciliation of our microfund database versus our new Edmunds database, the finance system we're migrating to. But everything seems to be going well and quiet as expected, and hopefully in the next month we will be able to complete it and present the audit to the board. I'll just repeat again that we are also introducing a resolution modifying our new connection fee for the year. For internal engineering, we have one new connection for the month of August. We are expecting 98.8 connections for the fiscal cycle, and the TRC applications processed for the month were 10. All projects are going forward as expected. There's nothing not in the green. For our standard resolutions for the month, we have payroll, operating expense account, renewal and replacement, and escrow. We do not have any general fund or North Track resolutions. For the additional resolutions, we have several. We have a resolution concluding a fence easement agreement. We have a resolution for a license agreement with the NJDEP for West End Road Pump Station. We have a resolution for our sewer connection fee. We have a resolution to engage the electric supply services online auction as we do every year. We have a resolution to engage a telephone company maintenance agreement that we do every year. We have the late budget resolution. We have an agreement renewal with RICO for our 2 copiers. We have a resolution for that. And finally, our annual user rate modification. And that concludes my report for the month, Chairwoman.
Thank you. Excuse me. Are there any excuse me. Do we have any committee reports, negotiation, personnel committee? No? What about the municipal liaison?
Nothing to report at this time.
What about construction? Excuse me.
Mr. Chairwoman and everybody, me and Joe had a detailed technical meeting yesterday on all the projects, running projects, completed projects, and incoming projects. We went through the budget also 2025-26. We came up to the magic number of 2.9. We discussed about that, and I think we are in a good shape for as far as the running projects are concerned. That's all about me.
Thank you. Is there anything with the safety? I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice here. Were there any issues with safety this month?
To my understanding, Madam Chair, there was no accidents or injuries for the month. I will report myself and another operations staff member that were out on disability. I returned yesterday, Monday, and the other person will be returning to work tomorrow, the 8th. So we should be in good shape.
Good to see you.
Thank you. You too.
Okay. And now for the resolutions. The approval of the resolutions will be done by consent agenda. All the items listed below are considered to be of a routine nature, thereby requiring 1 motion and 1 second for all items. If any member wishes to remove an item from the consent agenda, please advise me at this time which resolutions need to be handled separately, and they will be addressed and voted on separately. Sorry. 1 second. I have my paperwork mixed up here. Okay. Resolution number 1. Payroll account fund, $156,941.88. Resolution number 2 is the operating expense fund, $220,456.40. Resolution number 3, renewal and replacement account, $345,192.20. Resolution number 4 is the escrow fund, $10,171.50. Is there a motion to adopt these resolutions?
Motion to
Motion
adopt.
to adopt.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Resolutions are adopted. Okay, the following resolutions will be voted on separately. Resolution number 5, resolution authorizing the execution of a fence easement agreement with the owner of real property located at 5 Shirley Avenue, Franklin Township. Is there a motion to adopt this resolution?
Motion to adopt.
To second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Resolution number 6, resolution authorizing the execution of a license agreement with the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection for an access driveway to the authority's proposed pump station on Weston Canal Road. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution?
So moved.
Motion to adopt. Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Okay. Resolution number 7, resolution modifying the sewer connection fee for the fiscal year of June 1st, 2025 through May 31st, 2026. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Resolution number 8, a resolution of Franklin Township Sewerage Authority authorizing the purchase of electricity supply services for public use on an online auction website. Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
So moved.
Is there a
Second.
second? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Resolution number 9, resolution memorializing the automatic renewal of maintenance service agreement for telephone equipment with Teleco. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Resolution number 10, late budget. I'm sorry, was there a question? Resolution number 10, the late budget resolution. You all had a chance to read that resolution? Is there a motion to adopt the resolution?
Motion to adopt.
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Resolution number 10, resolution authorizing the renewal of a lease agreement with Rico USA Incorporated. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution?
Motion to adopt.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Resolution number 12. Resolution modifying annual sewer service charges to residential and non-residential customers to be effective November 1st, 2025. Is there a motion to adopt this resolution?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Chairwoman,
there-
may I ask a quick question? Joe, we had a resolution to submit a late budget. Did we also want to take a separate vote for the introduction of the budget?
You're gonna need to.
Yeah, and memorialize that at the next meeting?
You have to, because both of those resolutions are prepared for us by the state.
Okay, so then we'll take a vote, and then we'll complete the resolution, memorialize it.
Okay. So is that resolution number 13?
Yes, to
Oh.
introduce the budget.
Resolution number 13 to introduce the budget. Is there a motion to adopt that resolution?
So moved.
The second?
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution is adopted. Mr. Hack, is there a need to go into executive session?
There is not, Madam Chairman.
Are there any other items that are needed to be addressed this evening? With that, since there are none, is there a motion to, sorry? Okay. Is there a motion to close the meeting? To adjourn?
To adjourn.
To second?
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Meeting adjourned.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Thank you, everyone on the board and
Have a
staff.
good night, all.